Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oni Charles, and today I'm going to be talking about losing friendships and how you realize that people aren't your friends. I don't know why people wouldn't want to be your friends or who do not like you in the first place decide to hang around you and be with you, you know. How you gonna find out that they never loved you in the first place and they're not your friends? Dealing with coming to terms with that, and how to choose right friendships as you go along life. Yeah. For context, I live in a city where I basically do not have family, because I came here to school for my master's, and I met a couple of people in school. I met a couple of people at the gym, in church, and all of that. So it broke my heart when when I began to realize that most of these people didn't even like me for some reasons that I really do not know. So initially, another thing that I've realized is that from afar, like, people see me, people like me, people want to come around me. I then open up my space and have them come around, and then I begin to see insecurities are playing out. I begin to see like subtle competition. And in all sincerity, I'm never in competition with these people. I'm not insecure. I'm very self aware. So I don't know where it comes from. I'm the kind of girl whereby, like, when my friends are around, I would always see the positive side of things, and I'm always like rooting for people to succeed and all of that. But it just breaks my heart when I look back and I realize these people never even wanted me to succeed. Like, it's crazy. And I know that I'm not the only person who has been in that kind of position or who has experienced something similar. Yeah. So how was I able to tell that these people weren't actually my friends, or like these people just couldn't stand me for some reasons, even though it seems like they acted they wanted to be my friends, or that they were my friends and maybe we'll go out together, we'll do something together. But in the long run, I could tell. So the first thing was that they would usually throw subtle shades at me. Yeah, like, I like to dress up. I like to. I dress up for myself, and I'm not really. I'm not dressing up because of you, And you should dress up for yourself. Dress how you want to look, how you want to be dressed. And then I dress up, and I think that I look nice, and somebody is already throwing subtle shades at me in a joke, or saying stuff like, "Oh, you just came, and oh, look at what you're putting on," and I'm like, "I just came. How does I just came matter? Like, this is what I like to wear." But when this was happening, I wasn't even thinking straight, so I wasn't giving any shades back or anything. I was just laughing and be like, "Oh, I like it," or stuff like that. Then the second thing that I noticed about people who come around you and act like they are your friends when deep down they they don't want to be your friends. They don't like you. Is anything that's gonna move you forward, any information that could help you, they're not willing to share. Like, they never want you to know. So it's crazy how you're all in the same, would I say, situation in a country, and they are making plans, like even things that you have discussed with them that was possible, that maybe you've had conversations with them about things that you could both possibly do, and then they go ahead and do that stuff. They don't tell you. Like, you're now hearing things from other people who are probably calling you guys besties, and they're like, okay. How is this happening? How are you doing stuff like this? At this point, I'd already had it, so I just withdrew completely by the time I knew. Because imagine that you even introduce someone to this person, and this is someone that they never spoke to, but because of you, they now have a relationship, and then they're making these plans. They don't tell you, they don't involve you, they don't even, now I don't even want to be involved, but at least if I am told, And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, go for it. Okay, it's good, like, you guys are doing this and all that. Then yeah. Or if you didn't even tell anyone else, it's fine. But you told the other people, but I'm the only person in the whole mix that doesn't know what's happening. It's crazy. I think that sign alone, it just shows that they hate you. Like, it literally shows these people hate you, because what else? If you're not telling me stuff, but you're telling other people, and I'm the only person in the middle of everyone, that's fine. And some people might say, well, there might be a reason why you're not being told. Maybe no, you're not the person who says negative things to them. You're not the person who would say nothing is not going to work. You've never been that person. You're not the person who, gets upset when you're not involved, right? So if you're not involved, it's fine. You're going to root for them. But you're not just being told. So it means they don't want you to know about this. They don't want you to know about their plans. And this is something that could have been beneficial to you as well if you're involved, but they don't want you to be involved. It's all good and fine. So when you get to see that, it's just a sign that these people aren't really your friends. The total competition that's just an example of total competition, but it also comes in other forms, probably anytime that your opinion is aired, that's when they have to give a counter opinion. So they never want to be support of you in public. So anything you're saying and just like you're making sense, it's not like you're not making sense. You are making sense. They're just gonna be quick to say no, what you're saying doesn't come, like it doesn't make sense, and they want to argue it to the last. That's another subtle sign. Another sign that I could use to tell that these people were my friends for no reason and were just hanging around me, I don't know why, is whenever I took like a major step in whatever, they never celebrated it. Or if I say I'm going somewhere, they just begin to say how they too wanted to go to that place, how they're going to go to that place. And trust me, they never took that trip. They never did any of that. They just weren't ever happy, So imagine like you haven't gotten a place for a while and you finally got a place and you call your friend and you're like, well, I wasn't the person like, okay. This person knows like the situation that and how stressful it was for you, The person just, you got a new job and you call your friend and the person knew how long it took you to get the job. So it's not like you just switch from one job to the other. You haven't had a job in a very long time. You call your friend and you tell your friend. And your friend's like, oh, okay, I'm working. Doesn't call you the next day. Doesn't call you when she's back. Calls you like 3-4 days later. I don't get, you didn't work 24/7, so it doesn't cut it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You didn't work 24/7. If you probably did work 24/7, then I would understand. You closed from work. You went home. Your friend who hasn't had a job for a long time had informed you of this. You couldn't even call to say, congratulations. The signs are always there. That's what people say. The signs are always there. But sometimes, you also just keep forgiving and you keep overlooking these things. Or sometimes you just don't see it. But it's just kind of confusing when you were doing great on your own. These people really just saw you and wanted to be your friends and came around you. They liked you from afar. And you bring them close. They begin to compete with you. They begin to... Especially the competition part. I really don't understand. You're not competing with them. You're just who you are. They just... Fine, I can sense some insecurity. And to me, I feel like it's one of the lessons I've learned in 2023. I'm genuinely like someone who can just be nice, upfront. I want to do things with my friends, help, and all that stuff. But 2024, if I meet a person, the person has to prove to me, why we should be friends. And proving to me doesn't mean I need to know that the person has to be him, himself, or herself. But basically, I need to know these people are good. Like these people have good hearts. These people are genuinely into me. Like they really like me for me, right? So it might not be that they like me because of what they saw from afar. I want people who like me, like for me. So when they're my friends, they wouldn't feel insecure or they wouldn't feel threatened because I have a big personality, so that might be another reason why when they come around, they begin to, show this or begin to act the way that they do. But I really don't know. I've had friends, I have a friend who've been friends for 13 years, and we've only had an issue just once in the whole 13 years, which was not even our fault per se. It was a third party fault and all that. And there's never been any competition between us. I literally like tell her everything and she tells me everything. It's never, we don't judge each other, we root for each other. So yeah, and I keep telling her, I was like, if I haven't experienced like a genuine friendship from you, I'd have probably thought, really, don't bother. But I'm the kind of person that I'm still open to meeting people. And this year is ending and I still met someone. And when I met this person, I was already like closed minded. I was at the gym and then she's my friend now. She walked up to me and she's like, oh, I see like you're someone who is consistent at the gym and I'd like to be your friend. In my head, I was like, I hope this is not another another user mentality, kind of person coming around me and all of that. But yeah, she's proven herself to be an amazing person. I not seen any form of competition from this person, even when this person talks about her own goals and dreams, when we talk about we want to do businesses together and we talk about stuff like that, we're both having the conversation. And I'm not going to go around and say, okay, I want to do that business that we've both talked about. I'm not going to inform her. Even if I want to do the business without her, even if she decides she wants to do it without me, I think common courtesy is that she would tell me about that first. So yeah, I think that how to move. So after I broke up from this kinds of friendships, from this kind of people, this kind of negative energy and everything, yeah, as days would go by, I would stop and I would still think about them. Like obviously because I had spent a lot of time with them. So days would go by, I remember them and I'll just be like, no, I'm not going to. I am not going to talk to these people. I am not going to. And it really worked. Like it helped me. So literally I had to ghost because I know they say ghosting is not good, but people like this, when you have conversations with them about, the things, because you've probably already had conversations with them. So when you get to that point where you know that the only way you can dissociate yourself from people like this is by not talking to them completely, you really have to do that. And it's gonna hurt as well. I don't know about them if they're hurt, but I'm not sure they're hurt because I think like they're still going about probably saying things about you or whatever, but I don't know. Yeah, because that's another thing I just remembered. So another sign is in rooms where people are bringing you up or talking about you, they never, say something positive. So it's like an opportunity for them to say things. So if you watch this Real Housewives of Lagos, you see what this guy did, the Dr. Ramel guy did. He's never been the friend of the fake guy. So this is what people would say in the show. In the show, these people are friends and they have an issue, and then he's in a place where people do not like his friend, and he begins to say all the bad things about his friend. So this was another thing that I felt from my friendships as well. I was in a place, there was a union where these are people I know, I'm not invited. And I'm like, it's fine, I don't want to know why I'm not invited. I was even going to be traveling that period and all of that. And this person is like, oh, I would make sure I find out why you're not invited. I will make sure. Well, and come back, I wasn't told. I know she asked, but she never told me anything. How would I know that she asked? Because another person said, oh, they talked about me. And they were like, oh, you're in Cancun at the moment. And I'm like, okay. So what was said about me? What was said about me? Because you said you kept arguing. you were going to ask. But I didn't even think to ask. I didn't bother. I just said it in my mind. So, yeah, how to deal with that is just, you might come to a position whereby you've lost all of those. Maybe they were the only people that you've known, and you no longer have anyone. You no longer have friends. There's no one you can talk to. Obviously, your family's there. If you do have a strong family background, people will look out for you. As a family, you're lucky. I am lucky. I had come from that kind of background. So, yeah, I really don't care, if people who have given a chance in my life tend to misbehave, and I know that this is not healthy for me. It's friendship. Yeah, it's all good. I move, and I have my family, and I also have my friend. I told you we've been together. We've been friends for as good as 13 years. So I know what true friendship is, and I'm not going to settle for toxic, unhealthy relationships in the name of friendship. Yeah, so that's that. You have your family, you have yourself. Love yourself more, spend more time with yourself. You can do things by yourself, read more books, and reflect on all those friendships, and know what you want to do for, the next people that you meet, the next friendships that you come around. Because when you come around people, I think we're too quick with assumptions a lot of times. You assume that everyone is like you. It's the same way those people assume that everyone is like them. Really, so they come to you, they're not genuine about the friendship. They also think you're not genuine, but you're genuine, so you assume that they're genuine. So no more assumptions. Look at people, just have an open book, and just look at them the way that they are, what they say, what they do, the same way. I think they too, they're doing the same thing, but I'm not really talking about those people. I'm talking about people like me and you. So you look at it and see, okay, this person a good person, this person like, because with all things I've been through in terms of friendships, I wouldn't have met like the last girl that I literally just met, that I've said is an amazing person, because I would have been, closed minded and everything. In fact, at a point, it felt like, when she was coming around me, I was like, well, that's how you guys all come around me, and you come with your negative energy and everything. So yeah, but I was open minded, and I'm taking her as she is, and I'm seeing that she's a genuine person. And she legit told me that she prayed to meet someone like me, because she had been through so much. So she, on the other hand, has also been through so much, but she still had the heart of wanting, genuine friendships and all that. And she was able to pray, and God answered that prayer, even though at that time I wasn't praying. But God probably knew that, yeah, we're just good for each other. Another thing that really helped me was, exercising and focusing on my mental health. Exercising for me, going to the gym helped me, because my mental health is steady because I go to the gym, and that's for me. I don't know about any other person who probably struggles with mental health and all of that. Yeah, so love yourself more, know who you are, be very self-aware. That is in terms of dealing with breakups and breakups and friendships. Basically, it hurts. It hurts more than even relationships with romantic relationships. It does hurt more than that. But yeah, focus on yourself. Focus on your energy, reflect on your previous relationships, and see where you can be better at it. And also, this will help you in choosing better people when building relationships and friendships. Friendships are not the problem. When people say, I don't do bestie, bestie is not the problem. It's the person that you're doing best friends with, or you yourself. You might be the issue. So yeah, reflect, pray. I don't think everyone is supposed to come into our lives, really, because some people come with blessings, some people come with negative energy, and just come with more problems. You don't want the other kind of people. You want people who can uplift you, who would help you to be a better version of yourself every day. So yeah, that's just the way. And 2024, I'm hoping that when we meet people, we were able to meet people who were genuine. And this is like a shout out to people who come into people's lives genuinely just because they like them, you know, and not because of what they can get. I really can't stand people who say things like, coming to, I'd want to be friends with a person just because she's beautiful. I mean, if you're beautiful, it's fine. You're obviously, people look at, everyone likes beautiful people, but is your heart beautiful? You know, I think that's something that we should all think about when we are, you know, making friends. You know, there are some things that can attract us to people, but there are deeper things that would keep the relationship going. Well, I think that I have spoken much longer than I thought I would, but please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and more videos about life and friendships and everything that you can think of coming up in next episodes. Bye.